It's not just any trek, it is a journey, something which I have manifested for almost a year and finally made it to it. Amazing food, new culture, experiencing something surreal. Welcome to my journey to Annapurna Base Camp. The journey starts from my hometown, Howrah. So my father dropped me to the Howrah station where we were boarding the train around 3:30 to Mithila Express. The train journey was amazing, playing Uno, having some dinner cooked from my mother, and next day morning around 10 we reached the Roxol. Reaching there, we have taken the e-rickshaw which helped us to cross the border. So it's an amazing experience of crossing. So it was very smooth, only there was some checking at the border and you just need to have some identity proof, maybe my Aadhaar card or the passport. That's it. From there, we started another long journey through the beautiful landscapes of Nepal to reach Pokhara at the night. It was around 6-7 hours journey. So in Pokhara, we were staying in this hotel. It was the Guru Grand Hotel, which was located in street number 8. And the room costing was around 3,500 Indian rupee. So our room was on the 4th floor. The room number is 401 and it was a 4-bedded room. Let me give you a view of this room. So it was all basic amenities were there along with a beautiful balcony, TV, dressing table, and in the morning get to see a beautiful view of the whole city from this. After freshen up, we went out to see the city. Some of us had need to buy few of the essentials, so we completed that, and later we went for a dinner in a Chinese restaurant. So this was the view from the morning from my room. As I said, you can see the whole city and mountains. The Annapurna range was even visible on the back side. We had a small briefing session before we start off with the trek, and then we headed for the breakfast. Just opposite side from our hotel had the best tea and breads over there. And here is the main attraction, the Power Lake of the city, Pokhara. So just before we started off the journey, I went for a little walk in the city. So post lunch around 12 in the noon, we started off with the journey. Today we were traveling from Pokhara to Ghandru, which was around 2 hours journey of 60 kilometers. And as we started moving away from the city, the landscapes became amazing, greener and more beautiful. So officially we are starting off with the trekking tomorrow. So Ghandruk is considered to be one of the beautiful villages in the Annapurna region, where you can get to see not just beautiful views but also the most beautiful culture of Nepal. Every corner of the village is just photogenic, and if the weather is clear you get to see the whole Annapurna range. Reaching the place immediately, I made a new friend over there, and after that, we got a welcome from this beautiful rainbow. Gurum Cottage. This is the actual Instagrammable spot where you get to see all those beautiful reels of Nepal. Thought of doing a small sketch over there. Next, we went to the German bakery to have some tea and evening snacks. But the sunlight hits in so many ways. And that was the kitchen of the German bakery, which is a traditional kitchen of Nepal. The evening came to an end with this beautiful sunset. Next, we had an intro session among ourselves.
My name is Anirban, your tech leader, and my hobbies are trekking, cycling.
And for the dinner, we had the first thakali in Nepal and for the trip as well.
এটা ডাল, চিকেন, চাটনি, এটা আলু আর কিছু সবজি, ঘুন্দ্রুকের শাক, ঠিক আছে, কাস্টার্ড শাক, এটা হলো সোয়াবিনের যে বীজ হয় ওইটা বীজটা, মানে ফ্রাই করা আর পাপড় ভাত
কাস্টার্ড শাক
ইয়া
The next day morning starts at Ghangrop very peacefully, looking at this beautiful landscape and enjoying some garam chai. For breakfast we had gurum bread which tastes somehow like a chole bhature. Just the cholas got replaced with some aloo ki sabzi. From here get to see the Annapurna range as well as the fishtail from there. So the actual trek is getting started from today. So we are traveling from Ghanruk village to Chomrong. The total distance we are covering was around 8 to 10 kilometers. At the starting of the trail it was descent, and today's trail was a mixture of forest and grasslands. Continuously through the trail we can get to see the snow-capped mountains, a partial Annapurna range as well as fishtail. By 11:30 we reached the Chino Bridge, which is considered officially as the starting point of Annapurna Base Camp trek. And this is one of the biggest suspension bridge. Just crossing the bridge, the trail became all of ascent. And we reached the Chino where we had the lunch for the day, and it was once again the Thakali. Coming for a trek, it would be a mixture of ascent and descent, that is very much known. But the difficulty over here in this trek is the stairs. Stairs are very hard for the knees. It pains a lot and it gets more difficult and more tiring to climb it. After completing the journey, by the evening we reached the destination for the day is Chomrong. And that's one of the beautiful stay for the night in Chomrong. One good part of Annapurna Base Camp trek is you are going to stay in the tea houses and not any tents. So you will be getting a proper bedding and blankets and everything, which is very easy to rest and stay for the night. Enjoyed some warm tea with some sunset. In dinner, we once again had the thakali. It is a national and most staple dish of Nepal. The thakali is mostly the same, just there are little difference in the pickles as well as for the sabzi. Thakali is generally both veg and non-veg. But in Annapurna Base Camp, you won't get non-veg much as it is restricted in some of the region after a certain height due to some religious beliefs. The next day started in Chomrong at 7 in the morning with some regular breakfast, and after that we had a warm-up session before we start the trek for the day. So today we are traveling from Chomrong to Dovan. Just look at the excitement in the air. So today we are about to cover a distance of around 12 to 14 kilometers, and mostly the trail is all about stairs, climbing up, going down. And the way to survive in these stairs is that just walking zigzag and not climbing up or down straight. So this is the way you should be climbing the stairs. So this is the checkpoint where all the permission and everything is checked before we move forward. And this is the Gumpa in Chomrong, which is one of the photogenic spots. Look at the traffic jam in the mountains. So I did the trek in the month of October, and in the daytime it was pretty hot. And thus hydration is very important. Though in the night it becomes a bit chilly. Since most of the trail of the whole trek is all about stairs, so it is very important to have some strong knees. And that is Sondai, our local trek guide. So we were just sitting in a place to rest, and he was telling some of the fun stories.
लेके गया था इतना भागता है वो
सारे ऐसे ही है।
सारा ऐसे ही
तो कहाँ कहाँ से, ऑस्ट्रेलिया से गए हो, यूरोप से लोग आके हैं?
वो
इटली
ऑस्ट्रेलिया और यूरोप से आता है वो
यूरोप
यूके
से।
से आता है
Around 2 in the afternoon, we reached the cinema where we have taken a stop for the
আজকের
lunch
লাঞ্চ
break.
পয়েন্টের দিকে যাচ্ছি। অলমোস্ট 5-6 কিলোমিটার হেঁটে এসেছি। প্রথমটা ডিসেন্ট ছিল, তারপরটা পুরোটা এক্সেন্ট।
Though rice is a staple food of Nepal and thakali is the most available food, but since the trek is very much commercialized and a lot of foreigners walk in, thus there are a lot of food options starting from pizzas to pasta to ramen and so many more. Like for this day we had some fried rice as well as some pizzas. Got some forest pine.
কেউ নেই। আর এই সাইডে যাব। মেঘগুলো কি সুন্দর লাগছে। ব্যাগটা ফেলে দিয়েছি। The sound. Generally I hear this sound if I'm not getting my sleep. And look what nature has. এই পুরো ট্রেকটার সব থেকে মজার বিষয় হচ্ছে কি যে ঝর্ণার আওয়াজ, পাখির আওয়াজ, পোকার আওয়াজ তো পাওয়া যায়ই, বাট সব থেকে মজার হচ্ছে কি একবার হচ্ছে কি সিঁড়িতে করে স্বর্গের সিঁড়ির মতন ওপরে উঠে যাই, আবার নিচে নামার জন্যে সিঁড়িতে করে পাতালের সিঁড়ির মতন নিচে নেমে চলে আসি। তো ওপরে উঠছি আবার নেমে পড়ছি, কিছুটা স্ট্রেট হাঁটছি আবার ওপরে উঠছি আবার নামছি, মানে হাঁটুগুলো বলছে যে মা আমাকে তুই ছেড়ে দে।
That's bamboo just before the Dovan. We reached there around 5 in the afternoon and had a small break of tea and continued the journey towards Dovan. Just after bamboo, the trail all of a sudden changed. It became a beautiful forest. That day we got a bit late. We reached Dovan by 7, which was dark. The trek is very much commercialized. That's why the trek, the route, everything is marked very properly and nothing to be scared on the route. Since we were late, just we reached Dovan, had our dinner which was ramen and noodles and called it a day. The next day started with a beautiful sunrise and the landscape were amazing. Here the morning starts not just with the breakfast but with the views along with some amazing music. So I've done this trip with the trekking group called Trekking Buddha and they charged us around 30,000 rupees from Calcutta to Calcutta, which include all the travel, stay and permissions as well as the food during the trek.
So finally আজকে আর কোনো stairs নেই and today we are walking through the jungle. একটু ascend একটু descend but very comfortable because we are walking through the jungle. রোদ্দুর সেভাবে নেই, just like
So today we are moving from Dovan to Devrali. Comparatively, this is the smaller day and we were traveling around 7 to 8 kilometers. So the plan was to reach there by lunch. This patch just after the Devrali is the favorite part of mine in the whole trek. I don't know, this forest just looked like out of some fairy tale. So we reached at the Himalayan and taken a small stop in between. Everyone was very tired over there. And that was Devrali where we are going to stay for the night, and I was so tired even looking at this beautiful spot. So
আমি স্ট্রং আর নেই।
You are a strong woman. You can carry
3200 মিটারে আছি দেওরিয়া তাল। এই সাইডের ভিউ ঝর্ণা পড়েই চলেছে। এইখানে যে বাড়িগুলো দেখা যাচ্ছে আমরা এটাকে নাম দিয়েছি নীলকমল, কারণ এখানে সমস্ত নীল বাড়ি। কিন্তু আমরা এখানে স্টে করছি না, আমরা আরও উপরে যাব যেখানে আছে হচ্ছে লাল বাড়ি। দ্যাট মিন্স আমরা থাকবো হচ্ছে লালকমলে। তো নীলকমলে পৌঁছে গেছি, দেখা হচ্ছে আবার লালকমলে। তো এগুলো হচ্ছে নীল বাড়ি, নাম দিয়েছে নীলকমল। বাট আমরা আরেকটু ওপর দিকে যাব 200 মিটার মতন। ওই যে লাল বাড়িটা উপরে দেখা যাচ্ছে না, ওইখানে লালকমলে। দেওরিয়াতাল পৌঁছে গেছি।
the lunch was getting served and we were so tired and just waiting for the food for the day. The endless chit chats. আমাদের গল্প just শেষই হয় না। This was the view just from our rooms, and within few seconds it just changed.
কিছুক্ষণ আগে এখানে পাহাড় ছিল, এখন মেঘ আছে। মেঘের দেশে আইসা আমার কেমন কেমন লাগে।
And the sunset with the golden rays on the mountains. Thus comes the final day, the day 6, which was the day where we were waiting for to reach our summit, that is ABC base camp. So we started early in this day from Devrali around 7 in the morning and started our trek to first reach the MBC. And that was the first sight of MBC. We started around 7 in the morning and by 11:30 we were at MBC, that is Macha Pucha base camp. So it looks amazing, the place and the weather was great. Macha Pucha or Feastel mountain is considered as one of the holy mountains, and that is why climbing it is prohibited.
তুমি আসছো না?
So inside the base camp, everyone sticks their photos just as a proof that they have reached here. And we had our lunch, that is the thakali, and started our journey forward towards the ABC. All of a sudden, the weather changed and it just started drizzling. And after some time, it started snowing a bit. It seems like we were just walking through the clouds. It's been past 1. That's why the visibility is gone. And finally, that is the ABC. Words cannot express what I was feeling. 6 days journey, 7 days journey actually to reach this place. So around 4:30 it started snowing very much. The winds were like strong. The actual mountain was not much visible because of the weather, but we were excited with the snow. And when it's snowing and you have a sari, who just misses a chance to live their Bollywood dream? Kali, the foods were amazing in all of the places, and next morning we are waiting for this. The sun rays, the golden rays, as it fall on the Annapurna. It just, words cannot express it, the feeling, the moment. So Annapurna is considered as one of the difficult mountain to climb, and this is the reason why. This is one of the dangerous places. As you can see in the video, we are witnessing an avalanche, and every 10 to 15 minutes the similar thing keeps on happening there. And finally it was the time to say goodbye to this place and complete our journey that is coming down. The same route that we have taken the same way, and it has all changed in just one night. The roads become white, the landscape were white, and it was looking like a different place altogether. We even met some of the cute friends while coming back. So while coming back from ABC, we directly came to Deurali, stayed there for a night, and next day we directly came down to Chinu. I believe the trek never ends at the summit, but it ends when you complete the whole journey of coming back, because that's the circle of life, and similarly that's the circle of trek. Reality check of the trek who are planning. স্বর্গের সিঁড়ি থেকে নেমে পাতালে যাব, দিয়ে আবার সিঁড়ি দিয়ে স্বর্গে উঠবো। And that's how this trek came to an end. Adding few photos that I have taken as a memory from this trip. This trip is a perfect example of adventure, hike, friends, mountain, forest, waterfall, what's not.